Deepwater Horizon is based on the true story of the oil rig disaster that took place in 2010, which was also the worst oil rig disaster in US history, and is directed by Peter Berg and stars Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Russell, Kate Hudson, amongst others, and is about the story of the disaster, and it's about how these men and women tried to save everyone they can on the rig as soon as possible before it comes crashing down on them. To be honest with you guys, this is a movie that could go two ways. Number one, it could go in a way that it is intense action thriller, or it could be one which is with a heart and with a conscience and which has the perfect blend of a thriller as well as a drama in it, and it makes you feel for the characters at the same time. Lone Survivor by Peter Berg as well, and also with Mark Wahlberg, taught us that. It's a movie that was dealing with a situation that was very tense and it was very action thriller-esque, but it also had a heart to it, so you felt for the characters as the movie went on. Deepwater Horizon is definitely that kind of movie as well, and it is definitely one of the best films I've seen this year. Easily. Like I said, it's easy to take this and make it into just a generic action movie, but the movie has a lot of heart in it with some brilliant performances, a great script. It has all the elements of a very good film, and there aren't many things which are wrong with it. It has all the aspects it needs to be an effective movie, and it does so rather well. Mark Wahlberg in this movie is great. He gives this character so much heart. You really feel for this guy. Every time he's trying to save somebody on the rig and you see him going through all these different obstacles to try and get to these people before the oil rig comes crashing down, it's really amazing. The courage which is displayed by the character, and Mark Wahlberg has portrayed that brilliantly. He did a fantastic job on this film. Another actor in this movie who's really good is Kurt Russell. He plays the supervisor, Mr. Jimmy, and he does a great job as well. He has a lot of good scenes in this movie, some very heartfelt scenes as well where you really feel for his character. He has done a really good job as well. Found out the other day that John Malkovich was in this movie. He is in this movie. He does a pretty good job as well. He is a character who makes certain decisions which lead to what happens on the oil rig. And in the movie, you're technically supposed to hate the character, which you do. I'm gonna come to that in a minute as to why that works, but his character and his acting, they worked. Another performance which was really good was Gina Rodriguez. She's in this movie. She does a fantastic job. She has some moments in this film which really are hard-hitting. One of the scenes in the movie, she actually says something which is very heartfelt, and you feel for that character at that very moment. One of the things in this movie that makes it work so well is the characterization. The first act of this movie is basically setting up the characters, but they set them up in very interesting ways, not in a very boring, substandard way that, oh, there's a mother, oh, there's a father, oh, there's that, oh, you have to go there, I have to do this, I have to do that. Once I get off here, there was never any moment where there was that melodramatic flair to it. It always had a certain aspect to it which you felt for. They set it up in a way where you felt that I want him to get back to his family, I want her to get back to her family, I want them to be out of here, I want them to have their own lives back together again. Also, on a technical level, this movie excels. Like everything, from the editing to the cinematography to the sound design to the score, this movie nails all those fronts. The score in this movie is there. It's sometimes minimalistic and sometimes it's overblown, but in the moments when it's overblown, it works, especially with the kind of scene which it is used in. So these are moments where the technical aspects of the movie shine, and the sound design in this movie, especially in the scenes where the explosions that are happening and things are starting to blow up, along with the beautiful cinematography. There are some haunting shots in this movie that never leave you. Things like that are what make this movie work so incredibly well. But all in all, I love this movie. I walked out, I was silent, I couldn't talk for 5 minutes. I was just taking in all that had happened in this film, and it was a very emotionally stirring movie, and I loved it. It was great to see a movie like this where it combined an action thriller sense of movie, and it also combined a sense of emotion. There was also the drama aspect of it that worked so well, and I loved this movie. And if you get a chance to see the movie this weekend, please go check it out. I'm sure you guys will love it. I'm gonna give Deepwater Horizon a 10 out of 10. Not the rating I expected to give it at all. I thought I was gonna give it as far up as a 9, but the movie was so good in doing some things, I just had to give it that score. Also, if you guys are noticing, that is a Rogue One figure from Star Wars Rogue One, so there's that. Also, I am watching Luke Cage on Netflix, so expect a review for that this weekend as well. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you just saw, and I will see you guys later.